Hi, Courtney. This is Michelle. Excuse me, Michelle. I'm going to try to go through this, and I'm not sure exactly what part of this entire assignment is troubling you or you have questions about, so I'll just explain it to the best of my ability right now. And if you have specific things you want to know, if you can let me know that, it'll really help me be able to better help you. I've already answered your question about this. That you're doing 9 activities. Make sure if you're an infant toddler CDA candidate that you do it where it talks about right here. Make sure you pay attention to those directions really carefully so that you have the right number of experiences listed for each of the 3 groups: young infants, mobile infants, and toddlers. So just wanted to call your attention to that in case I can't remember if you're an infant toddler CDA candidate or not, I'm sorry. But if you are not one, then you can ignore that. So this was what the screenshot was of this part 2. And if you're like most of the students I have, what's really throwing you off on this is that it's written in this long list of things to do, and it may be hard to know where to start. So what I always recommend to my students and candidates is that when you read this, you take your mouse and highlight what you're reading, like this. And then instead of reading that silently, say it out loud. Talk yourself through it. And basically that's all I would be doing here if I were to try to really break this down for you, is that I would try to break it down by reading it section by section. So you're beginning with a paragraph, as you can see here, and you're just describing your own teaching practices and how they meet this standard. If you would rather, it says you may choose to write a paragraph for each functional area: physical, cognitive, communication, and creative. So if you don't want to just write a general paragraph, one paragraph that talks about how you meet all of those, you could write one short paragraph for each of the areas that you studied. This is up to you. Most candidates do it that way because it's very hard to summarize all of them at one time. So that's what I recommend that you do. Once you get those 4 paragraphs written, and again, those just have to be a few sentences, like under physical, you might say, I meet the physical needs of my students or the children in my care by making sure they spend time outside every day that it's possible for them to be there. They do things like ride bikes, climb slides, whatever. So just, if that helps, great. Just simple little examples are fine. Then you're going to come to your CS statements, your competency statements. So you will list on your paper CS2A. Then you will write what it tells you to write about. So you choose one of the 9 experiences. Again, you can see I'm highlighting these chunks and I'm reading them out loud. How does this experience reflect your philosophy of supporting young children's physical development? So back here, where you did these 9 pieces, you would find physical and gross motor. So, and that is part of what we hope you know because you've done this module. So we are hoping you know where to find these things because you've done the module and you know where to find them. So for CS2A, it's physical development. CS2B, cognitive development. And then creative development is CS2 to see. And in your final paragraph, you're looking at language development and how you support kids who may speak many languages, not just English. So I hope that helps. I'm not exactly sure what part of this is bothering you or troubling you or confusing you. So I've just given you a general overview of it. I hope that that makes sense. And if not, if you can send me specific questions about specific parts of this, I might be able to be more helpful.